Yo, what up, team? Hey, I was thinking about having an arsenal of responses when people give you objections, and I want to make sure that you're not just winging it when they say they can't afford something. So my question is on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you know I cannot afford it? And then how well do you know a second I cannot afford it? Do you have these mastered? I mean, do you have them mastered? Because I know for a fact you're going to get that in the field. And so if you just kind of know it, then you're just going to kind of be successful. But I know them. I know them to a T. Do you know the money machine close? Do you know the goose with the golden egg close? Do you know these closes, man? I mean, come on. This is how we make a living. Do you know the $100 bill theory? What's the $100 bill theory? This is when someone tells you that they already have life insurance coverage. They got $100,000 a term. We pitch them the freedom of choice. We say, Joe, Mary, let me ask you a question. If you were at the mall or you were at the grocery store, say, Joe, and Mary called you and told you you needed to pick up some bread and some milk, and in your pockets you pulled out $100 and you pulled out a $10 bill, what would you use to buy the bread and milk? Exactly. Yeah, you'd use the $10 bill. Why? Because every time you break 100, what happens to the rest of it? You got it. You spend it. See, that's why you don't ever want to use your life insurance, that $100,000 on the funeral. Okay? The freedom of choice right here that's been set up for you, that's your $10 bill to take care of this. What about the money machine close? You got that close? Joe, Mary, let's imagine, you know you go to the store, and every time you go to the store, they're trying to offer you a warranty for this and a warranty for that. And I'll be honest, normally I don't take these warranties unless it's something like a really valuable item that I couldn't stand to lose. And so, let's imagine that you had this machine in your basement that printed out the equivalent of your monthly paycheck. Let's say this machine in your basement, let's call it a money machine. And let's say this thing printed out $3,000 every single month. Well, when you went to go buy that money machine, if they offered you a warranty that for 3 cents on every dollar that it printed out, if you could set aside 3 cents for every dollar it printed out, you would have a warranty on that money machine. So if it ever stopped working, broke down, or anything like that, all you would do would be to call a number, and within 2 minutes, that money machine would be back up and running. I mean, you would have got that warranty, right? For sure. Me too. See, if you think about it, Joe, you are that money machine for your family. You get up and go to work every single day. And see, this Hour Power program that I just went over with you, that's your warranty. That's your warranty. Joe, doesn't it make sense to set aside 3 cents out of every dollar you make so that when you don't come home from work or get cancer, all 100% of your income is not gone forever? See, you can't use these fancy schmancy closes if you can't give me the basic, I can't afford it rebuttal. You can't give me the, Joe, I understand where you're at. It's tough to make ends meet. And I don't know about you, but it seems like every time we're about to get caught up, something else pops up. Like if you don't know that first one, you can't use these other ones. See, you can't be an expert sniper. You can't be a closer. You're just going to get the laydowns, man. See, we make money because we're able to have influence. The only way you're able to have influence is to have a strong belief and be able to transfer that belief. And the way you transfer that belief is with the words that you use. Okay? How many closes do you know? How many rebuttals do you have? How many rounds will you go? How strong is your list of concerns? Chris Kennedy put out IRT today. Do you introduce the problem, recap the solution, and get agreement by tying it down after every single benefit? How assumptive are you at the close? How often are you getting into the health questions? You should get into the health questions in every single sit. Even if they're like, we're all good. Yeah, well, before we get into that, Joe, I don't even know if you qualify. Let me ask you some health questions. We're not closing at a high enough rate. That means we're not protecting at a high enough rate. That means our belief isn't high enough and our closes aren't high enough. We're not prepared enough. So I know if you spend time in this area, you will improve in this area. Don't buy their excuse, guys. They need this coverage. They're better off with it than without it. They're already spending the money on something else. Believe that they're better off with it and tell them how much better they're going to feel once this is taken care of. It's $12 a damn week. Okay, you got to look at it like that. Let's rock it today, team. Everybody protects a family today. Call your referrals. Roll your referrals. Do your 2 and 2s in between every single appointment. You got to be obsessed with scheduling, rescheduling. If you miss someone, getting them back on your schedule, going back to your door knocks, being a hustler. Give your presentations. Beat everybody else on the board today by giving more presentations, collecting more food, rolling more referrals, man. Yeah, it sounds like a lot. It is a lot. That's why you get to make a lot. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, team. You guys are winners. It's time to win. Let's get it.